Let's get started. Hello, everyone. So, thank you for all the followers and the subscribers. I'm really happy that just after a few days there are some subscribers already. And I really hope you enjoy my videos. Let's do a quick wrap up of what I have been telling before. I told a little bit about myself. You should be in the meantime by browsing my channels, my favorite channels. Know for which company I'm working, which brand of car I'm driving. Here you can see the house we bought today. It's a very special day. We will move in April 2019 and we are really looking forward to it. And with we, I mean me, my wife, and hopefully our dog. Today's topic is use cases of blockchains. I didn't do a proper research. I just tried to wrap up what I can remember. Most talked about blockchains I've heard so far. There are many blockchains in the tracking area, food tracking as an example. I heard a video recently from a woman telling of food being tracked from the producer down to the grocery store. And in an event, let's assume there is some problem with some eggs or something, some bacteria in the eggs, then they can immediately track in which grocery store, let's say something which contains eggs is being sold, and they can recall the food. Another interesting tracking use case was for diamonds. That use case I heard when I was watching the a video from 4 people talking in front of the UK Parliament, and one of the persons there was a guy in the diamonds industry. And the interesting thing about diamonds is each diamond has its unique properties. It's like a fingerprint or an eye scan or something. And that way, and they will basically, when they pulled the diamond out of the stone, they will create an entry in the ledger with these characteristics of the diamond. And every time it's traveled somewhere, let's say to the guy who does the, I don't know how it's called in English, who cuts the diamond so that it's really brilliant. Then eventually when it gets put into jewelry, into a ring or an earring or something, that eventually may help insurance companies track a diamond. Let's assume one of these earrings is being stolen in a household, and 5 years later it turns up in a faraway country again, and it comes to another jewelry store where it's trying to be sold. Then that guy can check these characteristics and can figure out, that was a jewel, a diamond actually being stolen once in a month before, and he can then basically inform the insurance company and they can track the whole case. Another interesting use case is medicaments. We have in Switzerland actually a startup. They created a blockchain technology around tracking certain states of, let's say, temperature, humidity, and maybe 2 or 3 other things during the transportation chain of a medicament. Because certain medicaments have to be in a certain level of humidity or temperature. So when the temperature is too high or the humidity is too high, there will be a red alert and the medicament cannot be used anymore. So that's another interesting use case. Another one is healthcare, and there I really have I think quite an interesting example. Imagine all your health, let's say, uh, state, your issues in the past and everything, all your allergies and stuff are stored on the blockchain, and all medical, let's say, institutions, hospitals, doctors could, upon request, access that data. Now assume you're going on travel with a car, like 3 hours away from home, you have a really stupid car accident, you're unconscious, you're transported to the hospital, and they need to give you some medicaments. By being able to get access to your health history, they could immediately realize, this stuff we cannot give the guy because he's allergic against it. And I would actually really appreciate having something like that. Then another, I think I heard it even somewhere talking about in the internet, is property or land registry. Here in Switzerland, I can tell you because we bought now a house, I have been in contact with them. It's really a pain in the ass. Each village or city has its kind of department where they register whom owns which property. And this is really a pain in the ass. One thing is we have to go to a notary for the actual contract to be signed and everything. It's costly, it takes some time. Why not using a blockchain? Then I could basically give my property or land to you, and it's basically written in the ledger, and everyone can follow it, whom that property is, etc. I think that could be quite something they could build, at least here in Switzerland. Then something else as use case, money. I mean, most of you think initially about blockchains of money. Why? Because all blockchains are called cryptocurrencies. But cryptocurrencies, they're, in my opinion, only called because they're being traded on some exchanges around the world. The use cases for payments or as money, I think there is to differentiate between micropayments as for sensor data. I will give you an example. Let's say you want to go hiking on a mountain. You know there is a sensor up there, so you kind of send the sensor a message about the weather data. And then you know, I need to bring a raincoat or a hat or something and sunscreen because it'll be really hot today. And for that sensor data, you would then really pay a few, maybe 1 or 2 cents or something, really, really little money. But because many people would use it, there would still be kind of like a financial effect behind. Then, of course, the normal payments, what Bitcoin usually or initially wanted to be kind of like a replacement of our normal money, as you would use it in a normal grocery store or in online payments. Another use case is digital assets. I think more Bitcoin is becoming kind of a digital asset because it cannot, due to its characteristics being too slow and too expensive, it cannot really be used as for payments anymore. So many people kind of see Bitcoin as a store of value, like gold or expensive images or old furniture or property or whatever. XRP is also usually called a digital asset because even though it's a cryptocurrency, it can be traded on exchanges, but the main use case, I explicitly say main use case, because there are other use cases, but the main use case should be just a transfer currency. So you basically buy XRP to move it, and then you sell it again. That's basically the use case. I think I heard that in some countries in South Asia, they may accept XRP as normal payments already now, I think. Then one use case are smart contracts. However, I do have my issues with that. Being a cryptocurrency, I can see the use of blockchain for smart contracts, but why would I pay for a contract? I mean, I had to pay today for the notary for helping us with the contract to buy that land, that house. But I wouldn't pay for the contract himself. Imagine you go to a car dealer, okay, that car $30,000 US. Then when you sign the contract, you say, for the contract you also have to give me $250. They would say, you choose another video. Below I have listed my favorite link with all the traded blockchains, so-called cryptocurrency. When I started doing research on blockchains in general, that was initially my main source. I sorted the list by market cap, and the 20 biggest by market cap. I clicked, and then there is usually a link to the web page where you can get some information on what the blockchain is about. And I can tell you, there are a few interesting ones, as the ones I've told now, the use cases I've told now, but for many of them, you will not find an entry in this World Coin Index database, because it's not a cryptocurrency, it's not being traded, it's just used by companies between each other to really track something. I mean, why would I want to care? Why would I want to pay for an entry about my health? I mean, okay, maybe I would want to pay some money that this blockchain is being maintained, but to actually, I wouldn't trade or buy an entry for someone else. Why would I? There is no interest in doing that. So I urge everyone interested in blockchain in general, do your own research. My next blockchain video tomorrow will be about, and also on Friday, will be about the Beerbell Guy 123 Decoder on YouTube. I will try to do some wrap up, and on Saturday evening at 8 o'clock Central European Time, I will try to do my first live stream. I hope every one of you listening and watching will send me some questions via Twitter, or via comments in the videos, or in the channel discussion area. And with this, I wish everyone a nice day.